Let me
set up.
go. Let me go quote tweet your tweet.
Right?
Doing a scuffed. What about? All right, let's
Yeah,
see. How do you quote tweet? Yeah, that's how.
yeah, that's how you do that. Oh yeah, we're live, by the way.
Hi.
Yeah, don't worry, they don't see us just yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I just have the. Okay, I just have to make sure I don't hit the wrong scene. Oh crap! That's not what I wanted to do on my phone. How's urban animals? Stupid webtoon comics.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so
Okay.
real quick, so seeing as we're both primarily used to doing play-by-play, how do you want to handle like just sort of like the breakdown of the casting role? I'm not too well versed in like analysis at all. I mean, I'm fucking through Game of War, so I'm not gonna speak from any position of authority on like analyzing Dota, but I don't know. What do you want to do? We can trade it off or figure something out.
Yeah, we can go back and forth. You know, I'll do a little casting, ask you a question. You can do the answer, analyze, do a little casting. You come up with a question, then you ask me.
We also just get
Or I can just do all the analysis at like 1K MMR lower and literally pretend that I know everything.
Let's
because casting.
Let's just go like just to like ensure that neither one of us is like, just because I've had this before in my I still suck at casting, but when I suck at even more at casting, or I just like me and my co-caster would just like try to be talking simultaneously. Well, let's do like, you do a team fight, I do a team fight. In between, we just banner. We talk about Dota. So that's what it's all about. Talking about Dota. That sound good?
Honestly, like, it's fine if we get like stumble over each other's like casting in a bit, because at that point it's like you're figuring out like everything in a sense. You know what I mean? So we start learning each other's mannerisms and shit like that. But honestly, like, just to keep it simple for this one, we can go with you as a play-by-play the whole entire way through, and I'll go ahead and provide an analysis just so we can get on the same page for right now.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
sounds good, man.
I feel like I'm supposed to do something important here.
Something very important.
Yeah, and it's bothering me. I don't know what it is.
Well, neither do I.
Oh wait, I did you want me to share screens with you so you can watch off of what I'm doing on my observing, or do you want to go ahead and watch the replay together?
Let's just watch the replay together. We can both have our own cameras and just count down at like 0.
Okay, I hit the watch replay button already, and then I'm gonna pause immediately.
We'll pause. Let's just find a time like we can do 1:25 or something.
Yeah, let's go to 1:25 then.
All right, that's where I'm at.
All right.
I'm gonna record this too to send a video to the guy. That way he gets his thingamabob. All right, let me know when you're ready.
Your turn to ban.
All right, 1:25 in-game time on the countdown.
Yeah, like before the horn. Before it's fun.
Before the horn. Got it. Okay, hold on 1 second. I just need to hit this one quick button here. And hit this other button here.
So many buttons.
All right. Countdown on 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, then hit the button, or 3, 2, and then hit the button on 1?
3, 2, 1, and then hit the button. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. No.
All right. Okay.
Alright.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Go.
All right, what's up? I'm gonna start the recording now. We're casting some Dota 2 cast it replays because, you know, that's what you do when you have nothing else to do on a Friday night. What's up, man? I'm here with Art of Phasal. I am Mr. Chicken Nuggets. I did the YouTube intro. I'm a YouTuber now.
Hello.
You there? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry. Still was having issues with my camera.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
Yeah. I'm on Earthshaker, by the way.
Okay.
Why
Yeah,
is this
this
on
is
direct?
exciting.
Okay. Stupid direct camera should be on free camera. Here we go.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, we just got a pub here. From what I'm told, there's an abandon at some point, and then it goes on for many minutes, and then somebody wins, and somebody else loses. Yeah.
wait, this game doesn't end in a tie?
No, it's not a draw. They took out the draw in, I think, like 7.0. That would be quite the feature if you could just like agree on a draw for no MMR change, like chess. Although chess can actually end in a draw regardless of that. Looks like Pudge is going for a hook here by the top rune. We'll see if he's able to do it. Be a nice kill.
Oh, he did
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah, Zeus able to get that bounty rune first, and it should likely be fine. In fact, it might just be this Witch Doctor who's getting the most of the trouble. The Blade Fury not really doing the trick, however. Unfortunately not able to get in range there. And it's just going to be a wash here before the horn sounds.
Alright.
Oh, never mind. Another hook comes in. Poor Zeus. Surely to die. One more right click from the Void Spirit. Gets the kill, and that's your first blood. Lots of action early on. That's what we like to see here at, you know, Art of Phasal and Chicken Nugget Studios. LLC, bed and breakfast.
Damn straight.
Yeah. Alright. Well, from what I've been understanding, I think there's a wide variety of MMR. We just got some classic pub Dota here. Any, if you were playing this, which side would you rather be on? Do either one of these lineups look better for you, easier to execute in the Dota pub landscape?
Well, personally, I honestly just go ahead and enjoy like either side. Well, actually, I'm more favorable towards Dire for the longest time, but
Yeah.
Radiant's not that bad either. Just depending on the patch.
Yeah, I mean, they've got Puzzle and Pudge, which, dead Witch Doctor up top, it seems. Gets the cask off, actually, and should be able to walk this away. Necro not going to grid for it while down bottom. Of course, missing every kill. I don't know if you got that on your end, but I certainly did not.
Nope.
Yeah, that's a little bit surprising to me, I have to say. Seems Rubik, Tidehunter don't have the best kill potential, but they managed to get it done.
They were able to go ahead and do so. I think they probably did a lift on the Juggernaut as soon as Blade Fury ended. So they just lifted him up and like, hey, let's go ahead and throw you under tower. You were too aggressive and prepare to die.
Yeah,
At least that's
that'll do it.
the theory.
it's a good theory.
Yeah.
We're really what we do. We're basically scientists at the end of the day, you know, more than we are casters or video game players. It's very complex.
Oh, for sure. 100%. We're
Alright.
still trying to figure out how to play this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
At least the interesting thing net worth wise, it looks like the Dire have a slight lead because of the 2 first bloods, but because this is very early in the game, it can all turn upside down real quick.
Yeah, 2 kills early on for Dire, but I would say I think it was Knoxville or somebody was tweeting about like the statistical impact of first blood rather on like win probability, and it's super negligible, at least in pro. I mean, I don't know about pubs, but so we'll see. It's definitely a morale boost if you get it.
100%.
No doubt. I don't know if it's much more than that though.
Yeah, I mean, like, it also kind of depends on, like, how that first blood, like, continues on, in a sense. Because if you start snowballing from first blood into like a 5-0 to a 6-0, oop, down in bottom though.
Yeah, they're going on this Tidehunter, but he's really beefy. It seems pretty optimistic to me. Is actually they'll bring down the Juggernaut. They kind of split their focus there between the Rubik and the Tidehunter. But yeah, very optimistic stuff going on in the bottom lane. As a third kill, racking up for the Dire. Very, very scary looking. Tidehunter just free farming it up, as it seems. This is really bad for the Juggernaut. He misses like, I don't know how many creeps that was, but multiple creeps to tower, including the banner creep in a range. So you really don't want to see it. As he just goes right back in, undeterred, slapping the Tidehunter. This man does not care. Up top, it looks like this Necrophos guy was trying to dive. He almost got 2 kills, getting Pudge low and Witch Doctor rather low as well. I think he pings his Earthshaker, just sitting in the trees. Whose name is? Oh no. Okay, I think this is the abandon that was promised. The guy who posts. Yep, there we go.
Yeah, there it is.
Earthshaker has abandoned. Goodbye, Wang and Chicken Pussy. I don't know what that is. That sounds illegal to me. But yeah, really bad start already for the Radiant. 4 kills down, 1k down, and they've lost their Earthshaker. He did seem to be sitting behind the tower, not doing anything, while Necro almost got 2 kills and then died. So maybe not the biggest loss in the world.
No, not at all, honestly.
Oh, so... Juggernaut, do you want to do this, man? All right, he thinks better of it. Tries to dive the Earthshaker as Dark Willow actually gets wrapped around upon by the Rubik. My bad, he pings.
It's absolute murder. Oh boy, it's lifted up.
Oh no, he's getting slowed down. If I'm in this position, I have to say I'm disconnecting. Game is safe to leave. I don't think it's ranked. Maybe it is, but like, I just go next, right? But not Radiant. They're mentally stronger than me.
For everybody's sanity, that's like the best thing that you can do, honestly.
Yeah.
But it is kind of what it is. Sometimes you just have to play through these games to be like, hey, you know what? I want to get better at the game, so I'll just keep playing it. And you can learn a few things in games where like someone abandons. Not to mention the gold the gold distribution and discrepancy tends to be a little bit different in the game. So it does favor the side of the Radiant over time.
Well, I suppose we are still down a player. Like gold-wise, maybe it does, but yeah.
Gold-wise, it's always helpful, you know. More gold, the better.
I suppose, but also you could be getting that network. Oh my god. Mid lane barely even needed the Rubik's help. Double jump from the Void Spirit, who now gets a regen rune to top it all off. He's going to take that and go right back mid and keep farming it up. Oh boy, I mean, that first blood did seem to benefit him somewhat, getting a level 2 over the Zeus first, and yeah, snowballing that into a CS lead and eventually a kill with the help of Rubik. Speaking of whom, down bottom, gets a lift up onto Dark Willow before she can go into the Shadow Realm, and that should be a kill. Healing Ward, not doing enough, it's going to get killed. More money going to the Rubik. Not actually opting to keep that dive going, as they don't have a creep wave under the tower yet, and now Juggernaut rather bringing down the Rubik should get this kill, and they just don't have the damage to punish him for it. I still don't think they can like kill this Tidehunter or anything, but
they shouldn't be able to because someone just showed up.
Oh, it's a rotation. This man not opting to dive, even though I think maybe he could have if his Tidehunter just went full man mode while up top.
I'm pretty sure they can do something here.
Yep, there they go, onto the Juggernaut. They actually missed the Aether Remnant. He has spin, has a healing ward, hasn't put it down yet, but looks like he's going to be able to just walk away under the tower, and it may be the Dark Willow who bites the bullet. Void Spirit looking, he has 1 charge on his ultimate. Can he do it here? There is a healing ward healing up the Juggernaut, and he might just be able to walk away. 7 seconds until Blade's Fury. And yes, the E will bring him down at the last second. Max level, that's going to be plenty of damage. I think you just leave bottom alone now, as Dark Willow has pretty much no chance.
At this point, yeah, that's pretty much what you have to do. If you're on the Radiant side, you're thinking to yourself, okay, the best thing I can do as a support is as soon as I'm up, go into the jungle, start stacking a few camps, or my Juggernaut in safe areas, put down some wards, really go ahead and get that working for you, and ask your top to stop feeding a little bit.
Yeah, Juggernaut, he's like trying to go on this Pudge and fight him. He's actually gonna get to, ooh.
Oh,
The Omni Slash bounces onto the Witch Doctor right before you get into Fog, and boom, another kill. Good turnaround
That
from them
is,
up top. Yeah, pretty solid stuff.
absolute murder.
Haste Rune on the Void Spirit. He's searching. He's found Dark Willow. She's able to escape the Aether Remnant with her Dark Realm Shadow Shift Hellfuck ability, but probably not long for this world. She has no boots and has 3 Observer wards, so not really going to be able to do a lot.
Oh wow,
Necrovos sneaks in and gets the bounty, but
I was kind of expecting Rubik and the Void Spirit to do something there. It was like a 2-on-1 situation.
Seems like they could have. Yeah, they did this lane switch up to top, which I don't know about. This Pudge is probably a lot stronger than the Tide Owner. I think he can just... I mean, if I'm this Juggernaut, I'm just like getting a Gloves of Haste and retreating into the jungle. Almost getting the kill on Pudge, by the way, this Zeus. That would have been huge, but he's just too low on mana to continue the chase. And that's a rotation away from the mid. She's going to open up space for this kill down bottom. It's just a bloodbath everywhere. 3,000 gold lead by 10 minutes. As I miss every single kill on the map, of course.
Not a worries, I'm missing them too.
Yeah. Well, they should be easily able to claim this bottom tier 1 tower and then move on into other lanes. Ravage was expended for that. That's the one silver lining, it seems. Oh, man. What do Dire even have? It looks like he's about to get a Yules on Necrophos. I don't really know how that helps him fight. I don't even know what you get, though. What timings you have to hope for. It seems pretty bleak to me.
It looks pretty bleak.
Yeah.
Personally, if you're the Necrophos, you're going to be looking at probably making some form of item to help sustain through team fights. So probably a mechanism into our Guardian gear and into our Guardian Greaves. So,
yeah. Could be.
Yeah.
If they can live past this Tidehunter burst and all the jumps, then, well, you think maybe they'd be able to turn around, but then they just have the most broken position 1 here in the game, rotting on top of all of them with the Aghanim Scepter. They should.
Mm-hmm. I am very not fond of Tidehunter's build, because personally I feel that, you know, in a lot of cases, building a Hood of Defiance is not that bad. I probably would be opting for a BKB instead and focus on damage reduction with armor-based items and stuff like that.
One thing you have to note, though, is I would agree probably about that BKB, but there's this Earthshaker here that is no longer in the game, which is, by the way, Zeus living mid, actually. No, he goes back for more. Almost pays for it. That was some real hubris, but the Aether Remnant missed. But they just don't have anybody who's going to, like, lock him down. I don't even know if you need to be... I mean, you want to BKB this game for, like, the Zeus damage and the Necrophos damage, but in terms of, like, lockdown and stuff, you're not really worried about it. I do.
Yeah.
I think I like the Hood. It's good sustain again, especially against the remaining heroes on Radiant.
Mm-hmm. It is good, but at the same time, it's just like,
no.
uh-oh.
Man, he can wand and use his ultimate. He does. Oh, he wands, but he doesn't get the Reaper's Scythe off in time, leading to a double kill. That probably would have turned around and kill onto the Pudge. They had a lot of voodoo restoration and whatnot going on him, but oh man, that was close. He was just a little bit slow on the fingers. This Necrophos guy.
But yeah, like the great debate between those two right now is Tidehunter's build. Like I'm happy with the Aghanim Scepter build. You know, I think that's the correct call. But again, like your main source of damage throughout a lot of these team fights is most likely going to be Juggernaut, outside of Zeus. So if you build a BKB, you nullify all the magic damage for at least 9 seconds. Having something that negates a lot of the physical damage from the Juggernaut now prevents you from dying. So
yeah,
at least that's how I look at it.
I'm with you. I think BKB is obviously a broken item and always solid to get, especially against a lot of magic damage. But I just think Pipe also in this specific game, Hood and eventually Pipe, is going to be pretty good. Well, we'll see how it works out for him. No need to, you know, belabor the points.
Yeah. I'm a little confused as to why Zeus is not rushing an Aghanim Scepter. Like, you're a player down. I think that's like the way to go. Like, you just go ahead and rush that. You're gonna get that a lot sooner. And not to mention, it helps with the split push as well, because it makes pushing a lot safer for your team as well. And get your boots of travel, you know, start farming up the whole entire map, essentially, where Juggernaut's not going to be farming. But at least the Dire side, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. Playing together as a team, outnumbering all team fights, and pushing in on towers. Well, I'm saying that up top.
Oh, Hook goes out onto Juggernaut. They're able to burst down the Witch Doctor. That's a lot of hate going there. Zeus Ult and Reaper's Scythe. However, even expending all that on the Witch Doctor, they're able to turn it around, bringing down the Pudge. But what a great Ravage. They're bringing down Juggernaut. They're bringing down Zeus. Running over onto the Necrophos. Sun comes out onto Void Spirit, but maybe they'll be able to chase him down nonetheless. Ugly running up the hill, has a Gush. He doesn't have that many teammates to back him up. Just this Void Spirit who's coming in. Oh, here we go. Kurochi. Actually, the Aether Remnant is missing. Do they have enough damage? He uses the wand and is going to be just fine. However, the Dark Willow likely won't be so lucky. Limping away. Surely gets brought down. Yeah, there we go. It looked pretty promising there. But, I mean, that Ravage, they walked right into it. Tidehunter lurking in the trees.
Yep. What I would like to see there for that team fight, if you're the Dire, go ahead and give the Radiant side the false sense of hope that you can fight under the tier 1 tower. Don't run after them. Make them try to fight you under their tower. Take out their tier 1 tower, making them realize, oh, that's a mistake. So then you can go ahead and be like, okay, because you're stuck around for too long and you think you got the kill on, say, the Void Spirit, you can go ahead and just annihilate the rest of the teammates and get a full team wipe.
All right. Coming in mid, Witch Doctor way overstepping his bounds here. He looks, nope, Juggernaut coming in from behind will get brought down. And they don't have any Ravage or even a Tidehunter nearby, so I think Dire's gonna lay off the brakes. While I say that, here comes this big watermelon guy. He's found the Zeus. Hook connects. That's gonna be a dead Thunder God. Getting a lot of damage out onto the Pudge, but it's not gonna be enough. Ah, man, if only there was a Reaper's Scythe right there. Speaking of Reaper's Scythe, he got found by the Void Spirit. Killing Spree comes down for the Tidehunter. And poor Juggernaut cowers in the trees, has to Blade Fury TP out. He goes bottom. Might hope to find some farm there.
Oh, as the carry for the Radiant side, this is what your responsibility is. You have to make the smart plays in trying to find when you can stay and fight and when to get the hell out. So he opted to get the hell out, the safer, more conservative option, and go ahead and try to farm his farm as much as possible, because he kind of understands that he is the big winning condition for this team. Outside is probably Zeus.
Middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, indeed. I think it's gonna be a long time before I feel capable of fighting if I'm in this Juggernaut's shoes. But
the good news is that you're the third on the net worth, so you're not looking too bad.
Yeah.
The better news is that your Zeus is 5th on the net worth, but 2nd on the team. And
that's,
again,
Radiant's middle tower
that is news. Yeah, that's a little scary.
Yeah.
I mean, oh man, poor Zeus doesn't even have an item yet. He can probably disassemble. Yeah, he has the Aether Lens recipe coming, but that's not an item you get on your mid Zeus and you think, oh hell yeah. This is our power spike. Let's go. It doesn't work that way.
In the river, we got a problem.
The Juggernaut. Oh no. He has spin TP out. Nothing to cancel that. Fortunately. That's good. Just wasting time. They have Ravage up again on Dire, so I think they're going to be wanting to force something here shortly. Let's see what happens.
Yep, that is for sure. At least the good news is that the Radiant know that they're in the jungle. They got one ward dewarded, but it is a deep ward that got dewarded. So they can go ahead and either execute the wraparound on this, or go ahead and just opt to a different portion of the map, which they're doing.
Yeah, very good. They identified that the Pudge is alone, found him with Necrophos. Probably one of the heroes that is best equipped to deal with him. Just yeah, finding that ultimate. Very good stuff. I think they just abandoned this tower down here bottom, even though there's no pudge. It's they're just so far behind.
Honestly, I think that is their best play. You go ahead and give that up. Yeah, you're going to go ahead and give them the outpost as well. And it's going to be pretty much you're just telling your Juggernaut, hey, play on the triangle top side and play in the enemy jungle side. Because they even put up a ward for him, so you can go ahead and jungle in that area as well. All they need to do now is hopefully try to find a way to get rid of the top tier 1 tower and make it more accessible for the Juggernaut, so that way he can avoid trying to farm up mid in a dangerous position as where he is right now.
Yeah.
But over in the bottom
Zeus.
area, yeah. Oh, they do have the Void Spirit rooted for a moment.
Yeah, that's going to be a decent stun here, but they don't have that Reaper Scythe, which I think is the damage that they would need to bring him down. I say that, but I doubt it. They had plenty of damage, especially with that Dark Willow ultimate. Oh no, poor... oh, he was emboldened. He was emboldened by that kill, walking up the hill on Necrophos. He doesn't have that Ghost Shroud anymore, so he's going to take a lot of damage. Ravage just to secure it and save, well, try to save the Witch Doctor, who eventually goes down. Now they're trying to beat away on this Tidehunter, but this is a beefy guy, and you're just out of ultimates. You've got nothing left in the tank, and yeah, they're gonna realize that and sneak away.
Yeah. The Juggernaut made a slight misplay on that whole entire sequence of events. If he actually opened up with the Blade Fury, if I'm not mistaken, he would have been fine. Because he would have gotten the kill on the... Well, actually, he didn't need to use any spells. Yeah, he just needed to show up and right click.
I sympathize. It's like this crazy mid player who's like totally way far ahead of anybody on your team. I'd probably do the same thing there and just like, fuck it, just Omni Slash, just kill him till it's dead. But yeah, probably didn't need to in hindsight. Tough call to make though.
Yeah, a little bit. Like honestly, you can go ahead and not do anything there because you're going to be covering the... From his angle that he was coming from, he could have covered all the angles if he tried to escape top. Not to mention that they had him covered on the bottom side, because if he went into the trees, he would have been stuck. Oh.
Yeah, looks like a fight's breaking out in the mid. They were able to bring down the Pudge. Dark Willow now in a little bit of trouble, gets used up, trying to run away, has a lot of damage, tries to TP, but that's unfortunately not going to work. Rubik's there to stop it. I don't even think they needed to. Just had the damage, and now they actually brought down the Rubik.
Oh my gosh, the range on that gush.
Yeah, they're trying to punish this Zeus. They do have plenty of slow, plenty of range. The Juggernaut's TPing in to try to come in. Still a long time until that Heavenly Jump comes up for him to get away. Healing Ward goes down. That actually might... No, not quite enough to save him. But does the Juggernaut have the damage? Goes ahead and spins, pops the Mjolnir, but is going to have to get out there. Just too many heroes
Wand
to
is
worry
available.
about. Yeah. They want to try to... Oh, no. They want to try to defend this. That's a good cast. Do they have enough? Yes, they stun him. He's not able to get that Ghost Shroud out in time and gets brought down. And now you're just a lowly Juggernaut here. Low on mana. It looks like they're going to be a little timid on the Dire. Not want to go on him. Jukes out the Astral Spirit.
Uh-oh.
Aether Remnant, I should
That's
say.
trouble.
Oh, yeah.
That is a lot of
Hook
trouble.
comes in. Good fear from the Dark Willow. Should be able to keep him alive for now. The jump in with the taunt from the Void Spirit. Can they bring him down? He opts to jump out as he had that Cursed Crown on him. Decent, you know, playing it safe, playing it conservative. I think they might have... Oh, Zeus. Is this where you want to be? Okay, the hook is off the mark. Maybe it is where he wants to be. Aether Lantern comes down, though, and there's the cast. There's a full creep wave, so it should be able to cover the retreat on the Radiant side as they're just trying to get out of here with their lives. Juggernaut, though, he has his ultimate up. It bounces around, and the Blade Fury comes out, dodging the Ravage stun. He's trying to go for it onto that Pudge, but he's just so tanky, and he turns around with the ult, chowing down on this Juggernaut, is able to get the kill with the help of the Reaper's Scythe, and now, Rubik, it's a team wipe. That Zeus just pumping out the damage. Long-range artillery. HUD
Almost
says
a team wipe.
Void Spirit. Almost,
So,
yes.
yeah.
Close enough. You take...
It would have been a team wipe. Juggernaut just had to stay within range of the Void Spirit with his Blade Fury. They would have gotten a kill there. And then the sequence of events afterwards would have been a full team wipe.
I think he just said, Void Spirit's dead to like random Zeus damage and went for the Pudge. But
Yeah.
it didn't quite work
Middle
out.
tower is
Yeah,
under
it's slightly
attack.
understandable, but like the range on your Blade Fury is quite large because the Pudge was well within range and he could have caught up with just his
Dire's
phase boots and
bottom
move speed
tower is
alone.
under
While you
attack.
have one of the most mobile heroes in the game in Void Spirit rooted, so like you kind of sort of need to get the most mobile hero in that case, which is the Void Spirit.
Yeah. Still though, huge victory for the Radiant side,
Mhm.
taking that fight. They
Huge.
still lose their
Middle
tier
tower is
2 tower
under
bottom.
It's a
but
good trade though.
It's a very good trade for them. Big network swing, I believe, as Juggernaut. When he has the Blade Fury, he maybe wanted to just TP out there, as there's a Rubik in range, gets the lift off. It's going to be a lot of damage. Yeah, that's some greed right there. Not opting for the Blade Fury TP out, but you know, you live and
Yeah.
you learn. Well, I mean, you die and you learn in this case, but
Yep. The ward did spot him out, so that gave a lot of information for the Dire side to be like, hey, this dumbass is all alone. Let's go after him.
he left his base. That's not allowed. You can't just leave your base against us.
Hey, if you're going to leave the base, you got to pay the tax. Well, what's the
Yeah.
tax? Death.
It's your life. All right.
Hey. Well,
You know what? I'm surprised.
yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't taken Roche on this Dire side. It seems like there have been probably multiple opportunities where they could have just walked in the pit. I mean, they don't have the fastest Roshing lineup, but I mean, they're down like the one hero that I think is probably best at fighting around the Roshan pit and being a pain in the ass when you're trying to get that objective. So
Mhm.
surprised they haven't done it yet, but yeah, that could be a big asset for the Dire side.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, when you go ahead and take a look at the funny thing that you mentioned, which is like, why haven't they taken Roshan? The Radiant, subconsciously or unsubconsciously, drew the Dire team into team fights all the time. As I'm saying that, here's another one.
Poor Juggernaut. He has a
Oh.
Blade Fury. Oh, just doesn't quite get stunned by that Ravage. Just in time. I think that's really big. That's Ravage down, and maybe Radiant feel emboldened to fight. They have a rooted Tidehunter. Is this the guy they want to go on? Maybe a
Oh
little
my
optimistic.
lord.
As he gets Lotus Orb for the Omni Slash, they're just jumping around. All sorts of ultimates being wasted. Do they have enough? Chowing down on the Necrophos. Can he get Scythe off? He heals up, but he's stunned. Yes! Reaper's Scythe kills the Pudge, which is healing him up just a little bit. He runs back in, I think accepting his fate, trying to 1v3. It's not going to be enough. Now on the other side, though, Void Spirit getting brought down by that Thunder God's Wrath. In fact, it's almost enough to kill, as my roommate asks, are you okay? I'm casting.
no.
Hold on, let me tell him Voodoo Switcheroo, keeping the... Oh, wow. Keeping the Witch Doctor alive for a while, but
Keep going, Radiant. Don't
Yeah.
give up. You got
don't give up.
them.
They did lose their Juggernaut, who is a large source of their damage. Are they going to be able to kill this Rubik here? Who's running up the hill, has
Oh, no.
that Shadow Realm, and is going to be just fine. And they're going to have to go back to base. But still, I mean, that was a big fight. Some unfortunate things happening to this poor Juggernaut. The Lotus Orb getting caught by that Voodoo Switcheroo, ultimately leading to his demise.
For sure. I mean, the saddest part about the end of that team fight was Zeus was right next to an arcane rune and TP'd out right in front of it. I'm just looking at it going, you picked that up, bud. For 1 minute, you're basically a farming machine. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I really do feel the one thing I want to say about the Zeus, and this is not knocking on him at all as like a player or anything, like calling him bad or anything. It's just like, don't be afraid to just spam spells. That's your job. That's all you're looking for throughout this whole entire game, is just literally spamming spells. Hit your W, hit your heavenly jump, hit your Q. You know, just keep throwing out the lightning bolts and those arc lightnings and everything. They're low spells, man. Just keep chucking them. You know?
Yeah, I mean, that's a big portion of their damage, and you know, they have been
adds
able
up.
to take the fights to them, but yeah, definitely want to get all those off cooldown pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
This ward here, giving Dire a lot of information.
I'm
They
still
have Ravage
waiting.
again.
Yeah, I'm still waiting
feel
on
like
that
they,
BKB for Tidehunter.
You think he needs it? I mean,
I'm pretty sure he needs it at this point. I mean, like because like if you take a look at his
Radiant's middle
build,
tower is
he
under
opted for the
attack.
Lotus instead of finishing for Pipe. So now the rest of his teammates are going to be getting murdered by the the Zeus, the blue guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I would say like most of BKB definitely would be a huge difference. I'd say like 80% of Radiant's damage at this point is magical, just because even Juggernaut, he's getting all these Mjolnir bounces, he's getting Blade Fury spins as a decent chunk of his damage. So, yeah, no harm in getting the free I don't take damage item, but what can you do?
Because like when you take a look at Pudge, you also have to ask him like, dude, where is your BKB?
Yeah, okay, yeah, he does have the Ags.
Yeah, because
think-
they're overlapping items right now. Because like
I
the
think
Pudge
part
has
of
his
this
own
is
hood.
yeah, they have 2 hoods, so that's probably an issue.
Radiant's
Although I
middle
mean,
tower
Pudge
is
is
under
going into
attack.
Eternal Shroud. Maybe yeah, it looks like Tidehunter's finishing up a Pipe, so you know that does serve 2 different purposes. And I think the Shroud is pretty core to Pudge's build in the current day and age. Just turning on the rot button and being invincible. But yeah, looks
You
like
can do the
Dire
same thing
finally
with
remembered.
BKB.
Radiant's top tower
You could,
is under
but
attack.
finally remembered Roshan is an objective in the game of Dota. Going into it.
It's a hidden objective.
Yeah, there we go. There's the Gush. And this should be pretty much free. I think it's going to die just a bit too fast for Radiant to be able to mount a contestation.
If they could, they throw down a Nimbus just so they can scare the Dire side. Because everybody's coming towards it right now. Yep, they picked one off.
Yeah, a decent kill, but I think it stops all sorts of smokes and hopefully makes enough space for their team to get the Aegis to the Immortal. It actually goes down onto Pudge, and now here comes Void Spirit. He has his haste rune, getting very bold, baits out the Cursed Crown, but not much is going to come of it. And
Good choice from the
that's gonna be
Radiant
that.
to back up. That is for sure.
Yeah, pretty solid stuff. Not able to get there in time to contest, but Aegis out on the Pudge, who, oh man, this guy's pretty scary now. Pretty hard to kill.
He's pretty big, beefy boy, almost at 3k health.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, yeah.
So, oh, I see the
Hard guy to kill
Tidehunter.
twice. Yeah, he's taking a lot of damage. Oh, has that Lotus Orb up. Charging forward. Looks like he's actually going to be fine. Blade Fury on Blade Fury action. Who's going to win this? It looks like it's going to be the Juggernaut who actually has that shard. I'm not sure if Rubik gets it, but it doesn't matter. His right click is pretty negligible. Solid damage coming out. Ooh. Zeus Ult actually brings down the Pudge there. That's Aegis on the deck. I hear a Voodoo Switcheroo on the side as Dante trying to bring down the Witch Doctor. He's going to be successful, and look how low everyone is. He's running forward. There's the Omni Slash. It brings down the Void Spirit and the Rubik. That's a double kill to start things off. Ravage comes down. Is this enough to completely burst the Juggernaut? It looks like it's going to be. He didn't have that Blade Fury, thankfully for the Dire. As a hook comes out, oh, Dark Willow trying to get something done. Can he kill the Tidehunter along with Zeus? Just one more Arc Lightning would surely be enough. He's trying to get there. He's not in range, but he's going to settle for the Pudge. Arguably a more valuable kill as Tidehunter. He wants more. He came back. He has a Blink Dagger, so should be able to get out of here just fine. Opts not to use it. He can do it now, though. There we go. Should be fine.
Yep.
Another really great fight for our friends, the Radiant.
That Gush is so annoying with the slow. I think the Radiant have to start making Force Staffs at this point.
Yeah, I mean, just a solid item overall. Get somebody out of trouble. But yeah, they took it to them. I mean, I'm not sure. I missed. Did you see what happened there with that Pudge who just like lost his Aegis before it even really started? That was.
So
was
what ended up
unfortunate.
happening was while they were trying to go ahead and kill each other over on the never
The
mind,
mid lane.
over in middle. Okay,
Looks
that
like he's gonna be fine. Has that
Yeah,
force
it-
staff just like you talked about, able to get him out of
Yeah.
there.
yeah. False alarm. Okay, so earlier in the team fight, right? It was 2 team fights going on. They had some going on the high ground, on the upper side in the triangle area, and one in between the tier 2 and the tier 3 on the Radiant base. So they were trying to kill the Necrophos. And Necrophos was able to go ahead and sneak around and basically was baiting the Pudge into his own death, essentially. So he did, I believe, hit him with a Reaper Scythe, got the first Aegis, and then went down as
Radiant's top tower
you know,
is
I
under
believe
attack.
it was,
Dire's
I
middle
want to say
tower is under
Rubik, who
attack.
helped secure the kill on the Necrophos. Well, no, sorry, Witch Doctor. While Tidehunter and Rubik was dealing with the top area with the Necrophos. So, good old Pudge, doing pudgy things.
Radiant's top tower
Right
is
now, I'm
under
kind
attack.
of questioning, like. But actually, no, never mind. I misread the map. Perfectly fine. This is what you want to do if you're the Dire. You just want to keep pushing forward and just like try to take towers. Make the map smaller for the Radiant to farm in.
Yep, looks like they're gonna swoop on over to get this top tower. Seems like they should be able to get it pretty uncontested, but I
Radiant's top
thought that about the
tower
mid
is
tower,
under
and I thought
attack.
that about the bottom tower, and I was wrong both times. So we'll see what happens
Oh,
here.
don't worry.
Smoke out, actually. They're gonna try to go for something. They have this Ravage already up, and they have a pipe, so Tidehunter should be okay. Just Lotus Swords that Cursed Crown off of himself. And oh, it looks like the Necrophos is in just a little bit too deep. He gets the BKB off, though. He's alive for the time being. Has a Force Staff and has a Reaper's Scythe. He's able to bring down, along with Juggernaut, that Rubik, and now Jug. Oh, he's way in. He gets hooked, though. He has the Blade Fury, fortunately, keeping himself from taking too much damage just yet anywhere, as he, oh, that Aether Remnant was spooky. That could have been bad, but there's the Blink Ravage. It hits on a 3. There's Rot on all of it. And Void Spirit should be the final cherry on top of the cake to bring down this Radiant side. Oh, poor Juggernaut. He's in deep, too. He's trying to get something done. Manages to dodge out that Tidehunter eggs. And oh, just TP, man, just TP. Oh right, he can't. There's a Pudge. He didn't have Pudge ult, but I don't know if you knew that.
Okay, I am questioning Jug's build right now. The Shadow Blade into a Silver's Edge.
Shadow
I understand you want to
Blade.
go ahead and use it to break a few heroes, but I feel the Manta is the way to go for this one.
Yeah, I mean he already
Ooh.
has this Sanjin. Oh yeah, nice. That's very cool. They're using the Earthshaker to just slow things down. Who cares if he dies? But in the end, it's probably
Level 5.
yeah. He got a lot. How did he? He was level 4 before. I guess he got a creep wave there. Not going to be enough to save this tier 3 tower, I would imagine, as the glyph goes down. We'll get another one in just a minute here.
I feel that
Still
the Dire can just stay here.
Yeah, no Juggernaut for 40 seconds. That should be at least 2 lanes of racks. They sadly can't get the top lane, but should be able to get the bottom right now. Backdoor will be broken for quite a while. See if they opt to go for it.
Okay, I do see a BKB on the on the list for the Pudge. Yep, looks like he's going to be going for it. Tidehunter's still not opting for the BKB. No BKB for the Void Spirit as well. No BKB for Rubik. And Yule's for the Witch Doctor. For support life. That's just the support life, man.
Oh my god. Look at how many wards this Witch Doctor has.
Yeah,
This
I'm
place,
looking at
man.
it. 7 sentries, 4 observer wards, like that. Oh god, Thunder God's
Dark
Wrath on
Willow.
top.
Oh, really wanted to get
Oh
that
no,
kill
you
out.
don't let that stolen. You don't let that get stolen.
Arc Lightning, yeah, that's a lot of damage with this Arcane Supremacy. Giving, what does
Oh.
that give?
Quite a
26%
bit.
spell amp. If he has the mana to spam it, this Rubik's going to be a real menace.
Yeah, you're looking at like close to like 240 for each. Like, let's see here. Let me do some quick math. 18, double it real quick. That's 36, and then add a little bit more. So yeah, you're looking roughly at like 230, 240 damage per arc lightning. You just like spam that thing out, and you get Blade Fury. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty solid. See if he's ever in range to really hit anybody with it, but I mean the magic immunity alone. Oh, he actually stole Bedlam instead of the Arc Lightning now.
I that's a big mistake on the side of Rubik there. You just let Bedlam go. Just like don't take it. Like you have Blade Fury and you have Arc Lightning. Arc Lightning is going to be like the one spell in your arsenal That's going to be super useful against the enemy team. You just spam the living crap out of it. Great against the support heroes. And Zeus gets a taste of his own medicine as well. My god.
Yeah, I'd say overall Arc Lightning is the more stable spell. Maybe they can just burst somebody and remove them from the fight entirely with Bedlam. But yeah, overall I'd probably prefer the long-term sustained just Arc Lightning spam damage.
Looking at the net worth, you still have Tidehunter on top. The Juggernaut is in second, followed by the Void Spirit and Pudge. Not the most ideal thing if you are the Radiant, but you're actually quite happy with what's going on. Just kind of sort of need a little bit more out of the Zeus. So his build is getting there. Boots of Travel is not on the menu. He wants to get his Refresher Orb so he can just go ahead and stay in the fountain area and be like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and just spam everything for a big team fight. Oh.
Smoke coming out. Oh, they find the Tidehunter. This probably isn't the target they want. It's going to be hard to kill, but there's that Silver Ridge getting the break, and actually, he's brought down immediately. Reaper's Scythe, Thunder God's Wrath, they gave him everything, even the kitchen sink, and it was enough. I guess that's the power of that Silver Ridge there. Making anybody burstable, even the Tidehunter, and I'd say even this Pudge if they find him.
Well, they'd use all 4 heroes for that. They use the Thunder God's Wrath. They use Nimbus. They use Reaper's Scythe, Blade Fury, the Bramble Maze. It was a huge investment for the Tidehunter. Now, if the Dire decides to go ahead and do so, if they actually just be like, screw it, they used a lot of their ultimates and spells. Let's run at them and see what happens.
Well, I'd be interested to see. They are missing their highest net worth hero, so that might be enough to scare them off. As Roche has just respawned.
Who has an Axe?
They do. Yeah, I mean, certainly not a lot of damage left on the side of Radiance without those 2 ultimates. Oh, here comes Void Spirit. Okay, just clearing the wave.
Yeah, I honestly feel like the Dire don't feel that they can go ahead and take a 4v4, even though they can, in my opinion. I feel like they can take a 4v4 at this point. 2 of the ultimates are missing. You have BKB on the Pudge. You just run at them. Yeah.
Well, looks like they're playing it a bit safer. I feel like they honestly the play is just take Roche, right? Like,
well, if it's available, yeah. And it is.
They don't know it, so. But
that's why you put a ward over there.
A ward? You can't put a ward in the Roche pit.
No. You put a ward over near the Roche pit, not in the Roche pit.
Well, yeah, but still, they don't know that Roche is respawn, is what I was saying.
I mean, they took it the first time. I think you would take some form of mental note of it. It's like, has it been 8 minutes?
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's a range though, right? I think it's not that it has definitely, it can respawn between 5 and 8 minutes after you kill it, or 8 and 12 minutes or something like that after you kill it.
8 and 11 minutes.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, they didn't know it's up, but they do now, and it should be pretty much free. Like, Radiant is just trapped in their base.
Relatively free, but they do have to be careful. They don't know where the Juggernaut is, and the Juggernaut is farming nearby. And not only that, if he actually went in there right now, I feel like he can sneak it. He can go in there and do it. Like, he has the ability to take at least 1 down. Or that's over optimistic. Let's hear 3.8, 3.2. Yeah, no, not
help him out. I don't know if he even has any idea this is happening though. Or okay, they know now, but too little and too late.
Yep. Not only that, the Aghanim Shard, I believe, got picked up, and so now the Void Spirit will have a silence to boot. No, sorry, Aether Remnant. Increases the Aether Remnant watch range and pulls enemy heroes.
Yeah, the Ags is that silence, which they indeed already have. So pretty scary. Will this Aegis be the final straw on the camel's back that allows them to win this 5v4? I think we're about to find out. Both teams have pretty much all their spells. Bedlam just came up. Thunder God's Wrath already used. A little unfortunate. I guess that was scouting, but they kind of saw everybody hit their top tower anyway.
At least
they're just going to be able to heal that up.
Yeah. Like the good news is that they have the refresher orb available on the Zeus. So as far as their Dire think, it's like, okay, they just wasted their ult. Let's go ahead and actually be ballsy here and take a move forward on this. They're trying to bait them in, I guess, but that's because the Juggernaut's in the Dire side farming the ancient camps, and you're probably the same.
Oh, keeping him back now with the Blade Fury. We'll see if he's able to do it. As Reaper Scythe comes out. Remember, this Pudge has an Aegis and is very tanky. Gets Lotus Orb, and now it's actually the Necrophos who's in a ton of trouble. Maledict and that Dismember bringing him down surely. Juggernaut comes in, is able to pop that Aegis. Ooh, but then the Ghost Scepter on Void Spirit keeps him alive along with the Dissimulate. Juggernaut getting a lot done, but in the end, I'm not sure it's going to be quite enough as Zeus getting run down. Gets done. Remember, these two heroes are dead with no buyback. If Juggernaut falls here, that's pretty much just the game. The Fisher comes out. Somebody might carry that Earth Spirit. Brings down Tidehunter, but that's your Juggernaut dead in exchange. He has a buyback. We'll see
when they needed him most.
I'm gonna opt to use it. Now, surely this is just Mega Creeps, right? At least if the Juggernaut doesn't buy back. See what happens, though.
Well, if you play your cards right on the Dire side, yeah, this should be Mega Creeps.
I mean, they are pretty slow at killing buildings. That's probably the one of the weaknesses of this Dire lineup is they don't hit buildings all that fast. But he jumps back in. This might be a little bit too ballsy from the Pudge. Obviously bringing down the Earth Spirit or the Earth Shaker, but I mean, who cares? Ooh, dismembers the Juggernaut, but he gets stunned immediately after from that Cursed Crown, and that's just gonna stop the Dire's push in its tracks.
That was a huge mistake from the Pudge. If he just stuck with his team and just stayed under their tower, and they would have been able to chip away. They had no reason to be afraid of the three remaining heroes there in the fight, because like the Zeus was still down, and they were very capable of just like taking the tower and the racks. Well, at least the tower. No, that's what I feel.
Seemed a bit overzealous.
A little overzealous from the Pudge. Like that really hurts. Like I don't feel like there was any reason for him to blink forward and try to do something. He was going for that big play, but
yeah, I mean, I think that's one thing that will happen if you're up against a team that's down a player is you just get a little bit of hubris, you know? You say, well, you can't lose anyway, so might as well blink in and go for the flashy all-star play and see if it works out. It didn't, but if you do that enough times and it doesn't work enough times, you know, it can come back.
There's a bigger for the Dire side when the Juggernaut picked up an MKB.
Yeah, that's what he was cutting waves, trying to get that in time for the last fight. Now he has it. Waiting for Nags next, but he has no buyback. That is the one thing. So that's a pretty solid win condition. You kill this Juggernaut, who just bought back, and I mean, it should spell disaster for the Radiant.
At least the end of the game. So
yeah, let's see what the buy. Okay, they do have it on Necrophos and Zeus now, who didn't have it last time. So that's something.
Yeah. You know, but primarily you don't want this Juggernaut ideally to get caught out. Like you just want him to farm safely under the wards, which is what he's doing. Move on to the next camps, get the hell out, be quick, be nimble. You know, just like don't get caught.
Jump over Candlestick, all those things.
Yeah, I was just thinking of the Iron Maiden song. Be quick, or be dead.
Be dead, yeah. It's the situation they find themselves in. This Juggernaut pretty much cannot die.
Yeah, like I still believe that the Dota is probably the most metal game you can play.
The most what game?
Metal.
Metal, yeah. It's pretty metal.
Like the whole entire thing is basically like murder. So,
yeah, it's a lot of games though, I suppose. Ooh. Thundergod's Wrath scouting out. Ooh, he refreshes.
Yeah.
He uses it to kill the Rubik. And now
Juggernaut. You could also throw down
the
Nimbus.
Pudge, you're so alone. Why'd you blink in? Okay. He's opting to actually go for the Tidehunter. He's trying to connect to his friend, but gets brought down in exchange for an Omni Slash. That's two big kills. Just dragging this game out a little bit more. This Dire side, you know, getting a little bit sloppy.
The little sloppy is
Radiant's
the
middle
very,
tower is
very
under
correct
attack.
terminology here.
I like to be
The
charitable, you know.
Yeah, no, but you're still correct on that part. Like, they are sloppy, when they should be playing together as a team and just like take towers and not making big fancy plays, like say blinking in on 3 heroes all alone. It's it can be detrimental to your team. Like that blink forward from Pudge is still like a big moment in my mind as something that can turn around for the side
Yeah.
of the Radiant. And you know what, we
That's
have
the hubris.
nifty, yeah, we have the nifty graph here. Yeah, like it was like all in the favor for the Dire to win, but like a few moments ago, like you can see the graph start moving upwards
Yeah.
back into the
Started
favor
to
of the
spike
Radiant.
up.
Exactly.
We'll see what happens.
There was a few moments here and there, but ever since that death from the Pudge, it just kept climbing in the wrong direction. So it is a problem. Radiant's just
I
chilling
mean,
in base.
I still think if Dire just plays it, reasonably safe, plays together, it should be a lock for them, right? Like, yeah.
It should,
I think
but
the main thing they're really hurting from is they just can't seem to kill these buildings. When they get an opportunity, all they have is like a Pudge right-clicking your tower, and it'll die, but it won't die fast, I think, and that's definitely hurting them. Hurt them that one fight.
well, there's a bigger issue at play right now. One of the best skills that the Tidehunter has in his arsenal as a talent tree is Anchor Smash effects buildings.
That could have really solved their issue, I think.
A whole lot of issues.
Yeah.
Armor
Specifically with this
reduction.
one, like when your Pudge or when your pause one is a Pudge, I think that's very worth it in that case.
Yeah. Like, honestly, I'm still trying to figure out something here. Why the Rubik has a friggin' moon shard in its inventory.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. I think I saw it at some point, and like
Didn't
my
think
brain
about
was
it.
just like, "That's not real. That didn't happen." You're imagining that. He does have a moon shard. I could not tell you why. I think that might be that hubris that we were talking about. He's just like, fuck it, I can buy whatever I want. Their guy abandoned. But hey, it's 50 minutes, man. You can't win a 5v4 by now. Maybe play the game for serious. Because
If I'm Rubik, I'm just be like, you know what? I'm giving this moon shard to the Pudgy Wudgy.
to the Pudge, just a machine gun Pudge.
Dude, he hits for like 300 damage. Oh, there's a
Blink forward
Ravage?
It hits absolutely nothing, but the hook comes in. Omni Slash able to come out just in time. Bouncing back and forth. Coffee trying to dismember to heal himself, but he's about to get brought down. No, there's the stun onto the Juggernaut. Refreshes and Ravage. They should be able to bring him down with no buyback for 2 minutes. Now it's just up to this Zeus, this Necrophos, and this Dark Willow to bring it home, to save the day. They should hopefully bring down... Oh my god, that did almost no damage onto the Witch Doctor. Just not quite enough. And now the Stolen Reaper's sight kills the Witch Doctor, rather the Dark Willow, I should say. And now this Necrophos trying to run forward, but she has no mana. She's able to bring down the Witch Doctor finally, but getting stunned up. Do they have enough to bring this guy down? Cursed Crown along with that Nimbus. That's a lot of damage. He's able to Lotus Orb off that Cursed Crown and walk away. Will this be enough? He blinks. It's still following him. I don't think that's enough damage on the Death Pulse to kill his Tidehunter. What do you think? I'm going to look away. Because the Rubik is still getting on. Regen rune for this Tidehunter, and that could be really bad for the Dark Willow. Did they see him? Oh, he Glimmer Capes. You might not want to be here. You can just Lotus that off again. And indeed, he does. And now Dark Willow gets stunned up, taking a lot of damage. Should go down here. The Shadow Realm delaying what seems to be the inevitable for a little while. Nice fuels. Buys a little bit of time. Cursed Crown again. We've been through this rigmarole. Actually stuns him. Lotus Orb is on cooldown.
Yeah, I mean, the Void Spirit came in and helped out at the last moment and got rid of the Dark Willow.
Yes. Was able to do the trick.
Hey, look. The Void Spirit has a VKB. Let's see here. Does Dark Willow also? Yeah. Yep. Dark Willow also has BKB. BKB on the Necrophos. Still no BKB on the Juggernaut. No BKB on Zeus. Looking for a Lincoln Sphere. BKB on Pudgy Wudgy. No BKB on Tidehunter. Void Spirit does have it. Oh
no.
Oh
This
god.
Necrophos can't afford to die. It does bring down the very eager Void Spirit. It just jumps in on 20% HP. Not sure what that was about.
Man.
And now they're just chasing out this Tidehunter who's getting percent damage down. That's a Reaper's Scythe, but obviously not going to do much. The Red Shaker comes into play, and that's actually going to be enough to get the kill. The stun out onto the Void Spirit before he can jump away secures it. Good micro from presumably the Dark Willow. And oh
Support
man, just
for
time
life.
after time, it feels like there are just one or two heroes dead on Dire or on Radiant, and Dire like makes some choice like to go high ground instead of, for instance, Roshing right then, and yeah, they get bit in the ass for it. Now it's going to be an Aegis up on Juggernaut.
Or at least that's the assumption.
Yeah, you'd think.
Yeah.
Looks like they're not going to take this lane down. Oh boy, Pudge coming in. As
Oh,
a
no.
dismember, a decent amount of damage, but Omni Slash is over top of all of it. It's bringing down Pudge. It's enough. He
Oh,
dies to
no.
one Omni Slash, and then the Aghanim's brings down Witch Doctor. This game has turned on its head completely. Rubik gets
Lord.
brought down. That's everybody dead. They're going to finish off this Roshan, and then, I mean, they're going to get something off of this, I'd have to say.
I'm pretty sure the yeah, that break into the solo
Has fallen to the Radiant.
Omni Slash really does help there.
That was pretty much the ideal scenario for our Juggernaut here.
Yeah, but you also have the MKB, so the MKB just pretty much just like
Yeah, and now
Just
he has
choose through.
Matt Aghanim's blessing, and
Dire's middle tower is
he's looking
under
unstoppable at the moment, honestly.
Yeah,
attack.
you know,
Dire's
he
structures
had
are
that Swift
fortified.
Slash to get the Witch Doctor at the very end, so that just made life so much easier. He's like, yeah, I did like. We have a chance at winning this game right now. If you're Radiant, you're thinking to yourself, if we're dead, like let's go ahead and push our chances. I have Aegis.
Yeah. I mean, they only have about 30 seconds until all of Dire is
Uh-oh.
up, but
The
if they
Bramble.
win a fight in the Dire base at that time, then, I mean, that's just that.
Yeah.
Creep Wave coming in shortly.
Let's see here. Does the Tidehunter have buyback? No. Oh my gosh. He's like 470 short. Oh,
Yeah.
great
Oh, here we
blink
go.
and
Ravage on it
Ravage.
too. They bring down the Dark Willow, and they're bringing down this Necrophos, who taking quite a lot, has this BKB, and just goes for the TP out.
Oh.
Didn't quite work out how Radiant was hoping, I'd imagine, but
I'll take that.
A little
forced buyback.
surprised.
did they force buyback, didn't they? Maybe they did.
Doesn't look like there was a buyback.
No,
I'm a little
indeed there
surprised that Juggernaut didn't stay, because like he had Aegis, and there was like 3 heroes there. Honestly, I think I would have opened up with a Swift Slash there with the Silver's Edge, just to see what kind of reaction I would get, because like you'd
Yeah.
be relatively safe with a Blade Fury TP out,
Yep.
but the Pudge was there, so
Yeah, they do have Dismember for that. That's their only
yeah.
tool against it, though. So, yeah,
You do have the Aegis
bit
and an
of-
Omni Slash afterwards, so
yeah, a little bit of timidity there. Well, was Omni Slash up yet again? Maybe it was.
yeah, I believe it was.
Okay.
You know, for that team fight, because oh, looks like the Jug wants to go ahead and run out there.
Yeah, he definitely
He's-
has it now, but he's scouted by that Sentry Aura. The creeps will let him know.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh, still microing the Earth Shakers, the Dark Willow. Uh-oh.
yep. Oh,
Yeah.
nothing
Ah!
happening yet.
Oh god, no.
I was trying to
Eh.
bait something here. Just
It's
go on me.
just
I dare you. Look. Oh, I'm stunned. I bet you can't get me.
Yeah,
Radiant's middle
because if he
tower
does that
is
like
under
blink
attack.
forward immediately, you just go ahead and Swift Slash and Blade Fury, see what the follow-up is if you're the Juggernaut, and then Omni Slash afterwards.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Bottom side defense, here we go.
Yeah, he's running out with that Blade Fury. Does get dismembered. Going to be purged off of him. He goes forward with the Omni Slash, which is able to dodge the Ravage. He's just chewing through all 4 of these heroes. The Creep Wave hadn't gotten there yet. It's here now. Too little and too late. Maledict is down on him, but he's just manning up. It looks like it's going to be enough. Oh,
Radiant's middle
the
tower
Pudge was made ethereal there, which is going to buy a little bit of time for the Aegis to get popped. Just remember, out on the Necrophos, is it going to be enough to bring down this Pudge? Fear comes out, but Pudge is just going to limp away. He's lost his team, though. It looks to be pretty much disastrous, as Dark Willow is going to be able to get away and bring down that Witch Doctor. It's just the Tidehunter and the Pudge, the two big boys left alive on the Dire.
I'm confused why the Juggernaut wants a Divine Rapier.
Yolo, I mean, he's not dying, is he? He
Well,
hasn't
he
in a
just
while,
died
anyway.
with the Aegis,
With
and
the
now he has
Aegis.
cheese.
He can
So
he can play a little safer, you know. I think he was doing that with the knowledge, the comfort that he had this Aegis of the Immortal to back him up.
but even then, I would not be going for. I would not be going for a Divine Rapier now. I'd be thinking to myself, what can I do to chew through these enemy heroes
Pudge, they go on the
faster?
illusion, which means this is going to be an opening. The break comes out. Tidehunter already at half HP. He's trying to run out of here.
Yeek.
The Lotus Orb looks
Oh,
like he just
no.
stands still. And now the hook in. That's not what you want. You don't want the Juggernaut. Oh no, Pudge. That's going to be the game, I think. They both have buyback on them, but that's a huge blow struck to the Dire. Are Radiant going to be able to capitalize off this? As Jug talks a little bit of shit. Well deserved. They're not going to go for the tier 4s just yet. I mean, there's only about 20 seconds until the Void Spirit comes back. Just remember, but there's a Force Staff. Cheese comes out, and the Blade Fury is in time in order to stop this Ravage. Dark Willow with the Shadow Realm is actually going to survive. It turns around with the Cursed Crown. Lotus Orb has already been used. There's no way to stop this as the Pudge is stunned. Will go down. That's a dieback. Dante, this Juggernaut, getting stunned up. He doesn't have the cheese anymore, remember? Maybe you were right about that Divine Rapier not being the wisest idea, as he does go down. He has buyback, and this is a decent opening. He opts to go for the buyback. Does he have a travels? Yes, he does. He's going to be coming in. Now this Necrophos, he is just an unkillable force. Even this Voodoo Switcheroo isn't going to be enough, as now goes Void Spirit, no buyback either. It's just the Tidehunter and the Witch Doctor if he chooses to buy back here to help. And now Tide, he's going to go down too. He has this Lotus Orb, but it's not enough. Wicked Sixth Street goes onto that Zeus, and that's just going to be the game. I mean, there's nothing more to say besides what Juggernaut has to say.
The Zeus said lol.
Lol. I mean, that's pretty lol moments, I think. Was this ranked, I wonder? Oh, man. You gotta feel awful if you're Dire.
is under attack. Dire's
Like,
middle tower
they
has
got distracted, and like I don't want to be mean, but like there was several moments where the Pudge and the Tidehunter really
Dire's ancient is under attack.
really screwed the pooch.
It's
for lack of
hubris,
serve.
what it is. They see that abandon pop up and they go, we can do whatever we want, and it just goes to prove that it's never over. And you know, friendship and love and I want to say flowers also. Yeah.
It's just just so much pain.
Yeah, that was a shit show, but
yeah. Just give me 1 second here, because holy crap.
Collect your thoughts.
Yeah. Let me just swap us over to a different one here. Just a different scene. Alrighty, like
Well, that was a lot of fun.
that was a lot of fun, because
yeah.
because they had an opportunity to get that Juggernaut, but he lived at that last moment, because hindsight, you go, oh, use your, what was it, that one, the tentacles or whatever from Tidehunter to go ahead and get that stun up, refresh your orb, and then use your Ravage just so you can secure the stun there, because the stun that you get from the new one that you get, I think, is like 1.5 seconds. So it should have been enough time for him to refresh orb, because he hesitated a little bit on the refresh.
When he ravaged, but he got the Blade Fury off in time. Is that what you're talking about?
At the very end. Yeah, at the very end of the game right there.
Yeah, I think he was dismembered by the Pudge, but Ty just didn't get there in time. Either way,
Yeah.
misplays were made.
Because
Yep.
like he could have followed it up. So like he could have followed that up with the with his spell there. For not his Ravage, for his tendrils. You know, he could have done it.
Yeah, sure.
And then let's see, our tendrils, like strong dispels, tendril animation targeted. The tentacles deal 50% of ravage damage and stun. Okay. So the stun would have been at 1.4 seconds. Yeah, that would have given him just enough time to go ahead and do refresh orb and the wonderful ravage for another 3 seconds, basically. And so it would have been good there, but you know,
Well-
a little misplay there at the very end to have gotten Juggernaut. But I still feel like the big moment was like that Pudge just jumping on forward and then like murder and then dying immediately.
Yeah, definitely some eyebrow raisers here and there in that game, no doubt.
Yeah.
All right, well,
looking-
thanks for casting with me, man. I appreciate this. We're gonna
Oh,
be,
no problem.
I don't know who all's watching the Twitch at this moment, but we'll be casting the Dota Valkyrie Treasure of the Deep. Is that what it's called? Am I getting it right? I hope I am.
Yeah.
Treasure
Treasures
of
of the Deep or
the
Depth.
Treasure of the
Wait,
Deep. I got it
hold
right
on.
the first time. Cup here tomorrow.
Did you?
So Treasure of the Deep, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So that should be a lot of fun. Shout out to the Dota 2 Casted subreddit for submitting this replay. I don't remember the guy's name, but we
You should
appreciate it. Gives us something to cast.
Probably. Yeah, well, it did give us something to cast. I think you should probably message him back and be like, "Hey, we got it
Yeah,
done."
I'll send him I have this recorded. I'll send it to him.
Yeah.
That way he has it to treasure forever, or just never watch. Either one is fine.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm
alright.
gonna go ahead and just post this on my YouTube. I think just upload it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. I gotta get going. I'm afraid it is late here for me in the U.S.
Alrighty.
of A. But,
Yeah.
yeah. Thanks so much, man. I appreciate
You're
it.
welcome.
Talk to you
Not
later.
a problem. I'll talk to you
Bye.
soon. Have fun, man. Okie dokie. Alrighty. That will be the end of the cast today. So, like Mr. Chicken Nugget said, MCN, we will be doing some casting tomorrow for the Valkyrie's Treasures of the Deep. And I believe if the schedule holds true still, we will be casting together around 5:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So keep an eye out for our Twitter handles. All right. I believe it was Mr. Chicken Dota, and if you remember mine, it was thingy. I forgot. Art of Basil. There we go. It's just one of those days. But anyways, we'll see you guys soon. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. And have a good night. Have a good morning. Have a good afternoon, wherever you may be. This is Art of Basil, and I'm going to be signing out.